Let's varnish a cabinet door with my favorite varnishing tool, a paint edger. Doing some cabinet doors that are oak. I'm most of the way through my project here. You can see how these doors are looking good. Goes on very smooth. All right. For a door this size, I'm using about a single load of varnish from a brush. Just daub it onto the pad. This pad is already pretty wetted down. When you first start out with a dry pad, you need 2 or 3 brush loads just to get it kind of loaded up. Now, this pad won't do some contours, so I'm not going to try to do this here with the pad. I'm going to do it with a brush. So excuse me for a moment while I get that. Okay, I got the contour with the brush. Now we're going to take our pad. This holds a lot of varnish. The thing about these is you have to be careful to not push too hard, or you can get a lot of varnish coming out more than you want. So first I'm going to do the flat area. So I'm going to push a fair amount of pressure, but not a lot. Look at it just flow on there. I'm going to kind of rake up here so that I get an even coating. Don't get a pile up by just popping it off. Let's see how we did. Nice. Okay, now the face frame. The trick with the pad on a contour like this is to not put too much pressure on, because if you come over this with too much pressure, you'll get drips. So the trick is to just go completely flat, not too fast, and there's just a feel. You can feel a drag when you're getting the right pressure. Look at that. Okay, so same thing here. See if we can pick up the reflection. How about that? Flat, not too fast. You just get a feel for the amount of pressure needed for each kind of surface. Now we're going to do the contour. very light pressure, because if you put too much pressure on, when you hit right here, you'll get drips, especially if you go this way with pressure, it'll pile a bunch up. So I'm going to go out and just gentle. On the side, gentle pressure, keeping it flat. Gentle pressure here, because if I put too much pressure, I'll get varnish piling up along the ridge here and get drips. How do I know? Oh yeah. How many drips have I had to fix? And I can actually get into this little handhold just by kind of tilting it on its side, going at an angle. Now I'm going to fly blind here a little bit. So here we go. A couple of passes on the contour, then onto the back side. I'm going to do this blind, then we'll take a look around the corner and see how we did. Clean up anything that wasn't done right. Let's see, how are we looking? Yeah, got it. So here we come here. Again, gentle, especially on the corner. See, got a little bit too much pressure. See that? And on the side, gentle and flat. And aim the camera right. So I'm going to come gently, so I pick up that little drip. And on the side here, I found I like to kind of rotate the part of the pad that I use, because that way I don't get just one part that's so dry and another's got a lot of varnish left. Okay, now I'm going to go around and just clean up any possible drips on these corners here, just very gently. Catch here, come this way, and then I'm going to catch the drip here. Then I'm going to finish off by just a really gentle pass to make sure there are no drips at the corners. All right, let's see how we did here. Looking good. So, using my favorite tool for varnish to varnish a cabinet door.